Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers just made a game-changing hiring. They brought in a brand new OC here for Pittsburgh, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. It is going to change everything for them going forward. Now, if you guys don't know, the Steelers have just hired former Falcons head coach Arthur Smith, but more importantly, former Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. Now, the reason this is so important, if you go back a couple of years ago, Arthur Smith was one of the best OCs in football. 2019, he led Ryan Tannehill to the comeback player of the year while also having the third best team in terms of rushing. They were 10th in scoring, right, in 2019. And then 2020, they were the fourth best offense in terms of scoring and the second best team in terms of running the football. Now, what this means for the Steelers is Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, these guys are going to get the football, right? They're going to find ways to get these guys going at a high pace, and it is going to be extremely, easier for the quarterback to get going. That's what his offense, that's what his style is prepared to do. He's going to make the job of Kenny Pickett, the job of Mitch Trubisky, whoever it may be, Mason Rudolph even, whoever it is, it's going to make their job easier. Now, if you look at the stats from this season, and the reason I am pausing this video is due to copyright claims, so I do apologize for that. But this offense was ranked 28th, almost dead last in points per game. But also, they were one of the, back-end rushing teams as well. If they can get this rushing attack up to top 10, they're going to open up a lot of windows for this passing game to, open up as well. And when you look at their depth chart, George Pickens is a nasty wide receiver, right? Dionate Johnson, one of the best route runners in football at times. And then you have Calvin Austin, a guy who is nothing but speed, electricity, right? He's going to be a game changer for them as well. And when you've seen the Steelers be successful in the past, it's when they can get this run game going. That's when they become versatile. That's when they become more dynamic. Now, comment down below, who do you think the quarterback for this team should be next season? Is it Kenny Pickett? Is it Mason Rudolph? Is it a rookie? Comment down below what you think, but also give me a letter grade for this hiring here for the Steelers. An A+, a B+, a C. What do you think of this hiring here for Arthur Smith? But let's dive into some more film here just to break down why this hiring is going to be, huge for the Pittsburgh Steelers going forward. Now, I already know what some of you guys are thinking. Why the hell would we want Arthur Smith, who just led the Falcons to, a pretty bad season offensively? Well, think about it, guys. Think about it. He's not ready to be a head coach. He took on way too much than he really needed to take on. Let him just be an OC. We know how good of, an OC he can be. I mean, just look at what happened to this Titans team when Arthur Smith left. They turned into, a middle-of-the-pack team. Ryan Tannehill was not even starting anymore. He got benched for Will Levis. Derrick Henry's starting to fall off a little bit. He's getting up there in age. But Arthur Smith had this Titans team playing at their prime. And I know Derrick Henry, he is a different level of, running back. He's not, like Najee Harris is not Derrick Henry. We know that, right? But we know Najee Harris has the capabilities of being a really good running back paired up with Jaylen Warren. I think these two are going to have massive seasons next year. If you guys own these guys in fantasy, you should be happy. Not only that, but I think, like we said before, the job of Kenny Pickett, the job of Mason Rudolph, whoever it may be, a rookie quarterback, is going to be easier because they're going to get the ground game going. They're going to make sure that they're going to check the boxes, they're going to get the offensive lineman, and they're going to pound the football. That's what wins football games, right? You can't just be one-dimensional in this day and age in the NFL. You can't be. I mean, just look at what the Chiefs are doing, right? You have a running game, but you also have a passing game. They're almost unstoppable to guard. And then you have Brock Purdy and the 49ers. The two teams in the Super Bowl have such a well balance of running the football, but also being able to pass the football as well. And I think if you bring that over here to Pittsburgh, you're going to have one hell of a team, right? We already know Pittsburgh is one of the best defenses in football, ranking number 8th. They were the 8th best defense this year, and they're only getting better, right? You have so many young guys, so many guys coming back. Corey Trice, right? TJ Watt's going to come back. You signed Alex Highsmith. You have, Herb big brother. He's going to be insanely good. I mean, this team is so special on defense. They were just waiting for the offense to pick up the slack. And I think this move does that. Now, listen to these ranking guys. The Steelers ranked 28th in points per game, 25th in yards per game, 22nd in yards per play, 21st in third down conversion percentage, 25th in fourth down conversion percentage, 25th in red zone scoring, and 27th in touchdowns per game. Guys, This move, the only thing it could do is help, right? That's how bad the Steelers were this season offensively. So if you think about it, there's no way they can get worse, in my opinion, right? So do me a favor real quick, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get this video up to 200 likes. If you guys want a full breakdown of some film from the Steelers this season and you want me to showcase where you guys need to get better, hit that like button, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, it doesn't cost anything, and I will be covering the Steelers for the rest of the offseason. Now what that includes is free agent draft picks, free agent signings potentially, and also individual film breakdown. If you want to see some film from Jaylen Warren, Calvin Austin, George Pickens, even Joey Porter Jr., whoever you want to see, comment down below, and I'll make sure to drop some film for the entirety of the season. But also, make sure you guys comment down below more film. If you comment down below more film, that'll help me understand you guys want to see more film breakdowns. But let's get right back into the video. Now, the most important thing about this signing here for the Steelers, this hiring of Arthur Smith, is Kenny Pickett, man. If you think Kenny Pickett is the future of this football team, this is going to be huge. Because, the one thing I love to look at is what Ryan Tannehill was doing when Arthur Smith was the OC back in Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill had 2 of his best seasons under Arthur Smith, throwing for over 6,600 yards, 55 touchdowns, a career high 33 in 2020 to just 13 interceptions, right? Now, I don't think Kenny Pickett is going to be someone they want throwing the ball over 40 times a game. It's not going to happen, right? Especially under Arthur Smith, they're going to want to run the football. You already have 2 guys that look really good in Jaylen Warren, and Najee Harris, I think, has insane potential. But I think what the goal here for this team is next year is to strictly get Kenny Pickett comfortable, right? We need him to be able to sit back in the pocket for 2 seconds and throw the ball, right? We're going to need him to be able to make those big throws. And I think when you get their run game going, you're going to see teams starting to stack the box, right? You're going to see teams starting to, overplay the running game. And once they do that, that opens up everything for the secondary. That opens up everything down the field, and that will help Kenny Pickett get things going over the field. Now, I think this is huge. Now, listen, I could be wrong. I could be really, really wrong. But in my opinion, as of right now, I think this is massive. I think this changes everything for the Steelers offense, right? They already have that run-heavy offense. They really want to run the ball. They just weren't doing it right. They weren't running the greatest plays. And we saw a little bit of an uptick. Once they fired their original OC this year, we saw an uptick of performance, right? We saw a little bit of a run. We saw their first, 300, 400-yard game in 80 games, something crazy. I don't know what the stat was exactly. Forgot at this point. But we know there's potential with Kenny Pickett. We know there's potential with Najee and Jaylen Warren and George Pickens and Dionate Johnson and Pat Frymuth. And now Darnell Washington is going to be utilized a little bit more. Guys, I'm telling you, I think this move changes everything for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Give me a letter grade for this hiring. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next breakdown, which should be in the next few days. If this video gets up to 200 likes, I'll drop a brand new video covering more in depth about Arthur Smith and what he's exactly going to bring here. But comment down below the number 1 if you guys made it this far in the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.